And they're off. Hot Omelet was out well with Thelonious, my two Aunt Jones, trying to show some speed up the inside. Mr. Meseek's also forwardly positioned. Racing wide early is Little Fire, and it's well back to the trailer, Readout's Light. They race into the clubhouse turn, the pace being made by Hot Omelet, who skipped out to be a length clear of my two Aunt Jones. Mr. Meseek's is racing next with Thelonious between foes and Little Fire racing widest. It's got to be at least 8 more lengths back to Readout's Light. The opening quarter was 24-1. Hot Omelet is on the lead as they turn into the backside. My two Aunt Jones comes off the rail to track the pace setter. It's 1.5 back to the pair of Thelonious and Mr. Meseek's with Little Fire racing wide, and 10 more lengths back to Readout's Light. 4.5 furlongs left to travel. Hot Omelet continues to lead the charge. Little has changed. My two Aunt Jones continues to track on the outside as they pass the half in 48-1. Thelonious is third with Little Fire fourth as Mr. Meseek's begins to fall back. Still not involved is Readout's Light. They've still got a run down Hot Omelet. She's opened up 2. My two Aunt Jones asked for a little more from second with Thelonious on the rail. 2 more lengths to Little Fire and Mr. Meseek's, and Readout's Light continues to trail. They reach the quarter pole. Hot Omelet is drifting out as they turn for home, carrying my two Aunt Jones a little wide and giving Thelonious plenty of room up the rail. 3 quarters, 1:12-4. It's still Hot Omelet with my two Aunt Jones, the big challenger. Thelonious on the inside and Little Fire tries to rally. Hot Omelet trying to fend off my two Aunt Jones, who still hasn't gotten by. Hot Omelet, my two Aunt Jones coming down to the wire. Hot Omelet proves best. Hot Omelet and Cheyenne Kerr win a neck over my two Aunt Jones, then Little Fire and Thelonious, 144 flat. And they're off. Silent Passion and Rifling both broke a step slowly. My Sunny Valentine out well from the inside with More Savvy. Seguiria and Nicole Song both vying for position. Silent Passion making an advance up the inside, and it's 2 lengths back to the trailer, Rifling. It is My Sunny Valentine, the 3-2 favorite, leading the way a length to Nicole's Song. Silent Passion is into third on the inside after the slow beginning with More Savvy racing widest. Towards the back, Seguiria and Rifling. 22-4 for the opening quarter. My Sunny Valentine, a path off the rail, is leading the way, giving room to Silent Passion, who's ridden along. More Savvy is 4 wide with Nicole's Song beginning to tire. Rifling has made her way into the pack. That leaves Seguiria as your new trailer. 1/4 mile left to go. The half was 46-4, and at the head of the lane, Silent Passion has put the head in front of My Sunny Valentine. Room up the inside for Rifling if good enough. It is My Sunny Valentine now finding another gear, trying to shake clear of Silent Passion. More Savvy racing well down the outside, and Rifling finishing on, but My Sunny Valentine, too classy for them, going on to score 3 lengths under Jeffrey Alderson. Rifling was second, then More Savvy and Silent Passion, 1:12-3. And they're off. Bill Needle broke slowly. Exceed out well from the outside with Gus's Gamble. Bongino is next in third on the outside of Rescue That Girl with Society Joe racing in 5th. And Bill Needle can see them all. They race out of the chute and onto the backstretch. 5 furlongs left to travel. Gus's Gamble and Kirk Johnson make the pace a length to exceed. It's a gap of 3 to Bongino, racing alone in third. Then we have Rescue That Girl being joined by Bill Needle on the outside, and Society Joe is the new trailer. The opening quarter was 23 seconds flat. It is Gus's Gamble who's leading clear into the turn. Exceed is alone in second. Ask for a little more now with Bongino third. Bill Needle is into fourth. Still 8 lengths to make up on the leaders. Society Joe and Rescue That Girl at the back. The half was 46 and 2. Gus's Gamble still moving comfortably on the front end. Exceed is second. Bongino swings wide from third, and Bill Needle needs to do better from fourth. At the head of the lane, Gus's Gamble has been unchallenged throughout, and he's opened up 5 lengths. Bongino getting into second past Exceed, with Bill Needle closing down the far outside, but Gus's Gamble getting stronger as the race gets longer. Gus's Gamble and Kirk Johnson going to dominate this field, going on to an 8-length score. Bongino going to hold second from Bill Needle. Exceed was fourth, 118 and 4. And they're off. Pretty level beginning. Crimson Forest is out best with Big Lady showing some speed. Not Your Honey on the inside in third with Hyper Holiday racing wide. Ring It Up is saving ground from fifth, and the trailer is Someday Girl. It is Crimson Forest and Cheyenne Kerr who have shot clear to a 5-length lead. Big Lady racing off the rail in second with Ring It Up now third past Not Your Honey. Someday Girl trying to advance on the inside of Hyper Holiday. The opening quarter was 22 and 4. They race into the turn, and it is Crimson Forest freewheeling on the lead. Big Lady second, Ring It Up third. Someday Girl with momentum trying to rally. Hyper Holiday on the far outside, passing Not Your Honey. They've got a lot of work to do to catch Crimson Forest. She's opened up 7 lengths at the quarter pole. A half mile and 47 flat. It's Crimson Forest well in charge at the head of the lane, but Someday Girl has been mustering momentum for quite some time. Crimson Forest starting to tire. Here comes Someday Girl from last, sweeping to control. Big Lady swings to the outside, getting into second. Up the inside, Ring It Up. From the back, Hyper Holiday also coming, but Someday Girl powerful in this last to first score. It's Someday Girl and Leo Salas by 4. Hyper Holiday second, then Big Lady, Ring It Up, Crimson Forest, Not Your Honey, 1:14 flat. And they're off. As expected, Hiatus is out well, but Moral Turpitude being hustled to put some pressure on with Fast and Ready on the inside from third. Yorkville forwardly placed from fourth. It's a gap of 3 to Sunrise Drive, and the early trailer will be Scat Factor. They race into the clubhouse turn. It is Hiatus, a length on top of Moral Turpitude. Fast and Ready is stalking from the inside in third, racing 2.5 lengths better than Yorkville. A gap of 3 to Sunrise Drive, racing alone in fifth, and Scat Factor continues to trail. The opening quarter was a snappy 23 seconds flat. Hiatus gone quick early, being pressed by Moral Turpitude. Biding his time from third is Fast and Ready. Yorkville in mid-pack. Scat Factor getting past Sunrise Drive as they race down the backside. Hiatus continues to lead the charge. He went the opening half in 46 seconds flat. Sprint fractions here with a half mile to travel. Moral Turpitude is still there from second, being joined to the inside by Fast and Ready. Scat Factor has made a 3-wide advance into fourth past Sunset Drive and Yorkville. 3 furlongs left to travel. Hiatus looking to take them gate to wire. Moral Turpitude has been attending the pace throughout. Fast and Ready is third. They're taking closer order from the back with Scat Factor moving well in fourth. Sunrise Drive on the inside with room, and Yorkville now trails. 3/4 was 112 flat at the head of the lane. It is still Hiatus on top. Room up the inside for Sunrise Drive if good enough. Here comes Scat Factor 3 deep as Moral Turpitude tires. Scat Factor puts the head in front of Hiatus, but Sunrise Drive has saved all the ground. It's Scat Factor. Sunrise Drive trying to come up the inside. Scat Factor has the advantage. Scat Factor has a head in front, and Scat Factor will prevail. Scat Factor over Sunrise Drive, then Hiatus and Moral Turpitude. 145 and 1. And they're off. Grand Spirited was out well with Boston Bay to the outside and Screen Legend trying to split foes with Ontario Holiday also in close order early. Santiago Salsa pretty close along the inside in the early running, and the early trailer is Play the Dots. The first 5 are bunched up by about 2.5 lengths. It's Grand Spirited with the neck in front of Screen Legend. Boston Bay is watching from the far outside in third with Ontario Holiday splitting foes. Santiago Salsa on the rail. 3 more lengths back to Play the Dots at the back. The opening quarter was 23 and 3. They raced within the half-mile pole, and Grand Spirited and Screen Legend continue to battle on the front. Boston Bay stalks from the 3 path, opening up 2 lengths on Santiago Salsa, who begins to tire. Ontario Holiday and Play the Dots trying to make a 3-wide rally. Grand Spirited and Screen Legend have been head-and-head every step, setting things up nicely for Boston Bay as they pass the half in 47 and 3. Play the Dots has rallied into fourth, gaining ground on the leaders as they swing for the drive. Still 3 across the track. Grand Spirited on the rail with a short lead from Screen Legend and Boston Bay 3 deep. Play the Dots trying to come from last. This battle continues with a 16th of a mile to go. Grand Spirited and Chris Husbands, Screen Legend Kirk Johnson, Boston Bay Melanie Pinto. Grand Spirited has the advantage. Grand Spirited wins. Grand Spirited a neck to Screen Legend and Boston Bay and Play the Dots. 120 flat. And they're off. Big Time Louie was out well with Nichiren to his outside. Moving up towards the rail is Paperback Hero with Rise My Guy and Star Scholar forwardly placed. Ernie's Martini racing widest towards the back with Always Away and Commander Joe. Very tightly bunched group they are across the racetrack, no one looking to get to the rail. Paperback Hero puts a narrow nose in front of Nichiren and Big Time Louie. Star Scholar and Rise My Guy next with Ernie's Martini racing very wide on the course on the outside of Commander Joe. Always Away takes back to trail. The opening quarter was a contested 22-4. They are still 4 across the track. Paperback Hero, Nichiren, Big Time Louie, and Rise My Guy. Star Scholar is tracking this quartet, asked for a little more with Ernie's Martini. Commander Joe next, and Always Away trying to come from last. The half was 46-1. They swing for the drive, and now Paperback Hero lets out a notch and opens up 2 lengths. Rise My Guy is there from second. Ernie's Martini trying to make a wide rally with Always Away from last, but it's Paperback Hero. He's up by 3. He's opening up. Paperback Hero and Leo Salas get the job done. Paperback Hero over a closing Always Away, then Rise My Guy, Big Time Louie, and Star Scholar. 6 furlongs in 1:11-2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fort Erie Racetrack for Track-A-Lantern Day here at the Border Oval. It is a lovely fall Monday afternoon, 15 Celsius or 60 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy outside, but doesn't feel like rain. A solid breeze coming out of the east at 7 miles per hour. That will be a tailwind down the backstretch. The main track is fast and the turf is listed as good with the rail out 12 feet, 29 minutes to first post. Visit our website, fortierieracing.com, for information about everything going on here at the track. Tune into the pre-race show for info about the track conditions, scratches and changes, handicapping analysis, and info about upcoming races and events. Racing is back tomorrow at Fort Erie. Post time will be 12:15. And a Track-O-Lantern reminder, stop by customer service and visit the Arts and Crafts booth to make your own trick-or-treat bag, enter the coloring contest, and get your face painted. Closing day, next Tuesday, October 21st, will be Fort Erie's Fan Appreciation Day. Post time will be 12:15. We'll have free programs, prize draws between races, and a mandatory jackpot high-five payout. Also new for closing day this year, we'll have a pair of new stakes races, the $30,000 guaranteed Crimson Maple Cup, as well as the $30,000 guaranteed Harvest Moon Cup. Be sure to book your table in the Turfside Dining Room, open on live racing days. Reservations are recommended. Head down to the Paddock Shack for burgers, hot dogs, sausages, fries, and poutine, plus beer and soft drinks, located near the walking ring. Treat your team to an exciting day at the races. It's only $12.39 per person. The track pack includes one food item, one drink, and a Fort Erie live racing program. For more information, go to our website. Become a member of HPIBet.com today. Get $100 when you bet $100, plus your first bet is on us. We're having non-winning ticket draws today at Fort Erie. Put your name and phone number on the back of your non-winning tickets and drop them in the basket at customer service to enter the prize draw. Today's prize draw features a 90th Prince of Wales coffee mug. Tune into your TV Niagara for the Fort Erie Race Replay Show, Channel 700, Thursdays at 10:30 and Saturdays at 10. Fort Erie is proud to partner with Oneida New Holland of Niagara. We'd like to thank them for providing us with a new tractor for maintenance this season. We'd also like to say thank you to our new partners at True Green Professional Lawn Care, who have been helping us keep the grass looking green and lush. And a shout out to our new partners at Downtown Dental Center, where lead dentist and owner Dr. Amika George say your smile deserves the best care. And a thank you to our new partners at All-in-One Legal Concierge. If you have legal hurdles, you can bet on All-in-One. Jackpot high-five wagering offered in race 6 today. The carryover is $12,408.71. Smoking is allowed in designated areas only at Fort Erie Racetrack. No food or beverage are allowed in these areas, and no cannabis is allowed on the property. Up next are today's changes. We have a couple of rider changes in race 1. The number 2, Clive Cross, will now be ridden by Amanda Vandermeersch. Number 3, Awe Inspired, make the rider Edgar Zenteno. Race 2 is clear, no changes in the second. In race 3, we have a rider change on the number 1, Foolish Games, make the rider Kirk Johnson. In race 4, we have a rider change on the number 6, Let's Be First, make the rider Andre Martin, change the weight, overweight 2 pounds over at 122. Race 5 has no changes, and no changes in the 6th. Six races on tap today for Track-O-Lantern Day here at Fort Erie Racetrack. Fast and good. Let's take a look at our selections on today's card. Race 1 is a claiming race for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. We're going 6.5 furlongs for a claiming price of $8,000 down to $7,000. Early pick 4 wager starts here in race 1. It's a field of 5 to kick off the day. Unanimous top choice here, the number 1, Golden Test, off the claim for owner-trainer Kevin Whiteley, coming down from Woodbine. Chris Husbands has the call on this son of Golden Sense. Golden Test, a bit of a quirky horse. Last time at Woodbine, he dueled on the lead and gave way to be 3rd for $7,500 when attracting the claim. That was on the synthetic on September 5th. Kevin has breezed him out of the gate a couple of times. I know Golden Test can be a bit of a quirky horse to train. So he had a couple of gate breezes at Woodbine. Now he's going to ship down here. His breeding suggested dirt should be fine, and he's got speed on the inside, which is typically good at Woodbine, or at Fort Erie. Number 5, Heard a Ghost. Dueled on the lead and came up empty as the favorite in a non-winners of 2 allowance on September 29th. That was his first start in about 6 weeks. Now he's dropping in for $8,000. He's claimed for 7,500. He ran a good second here behind video evidence on August 17th. We'll see if Her to Ghost can rebound for Mike Blake with Melanie Pinto in the saddle. For the show spot, number 3, Awe Inspired. Came up empty in a big field after some early trouble at Woodbine for 7,500. Before that, ran a pretty good third at that level at Woodbine. Gets on the dirt here, coming down for trainer John Ross. Edgar Centeno picking up the mount. Race 2 is a claiming race for 3-year-olds and up, which have not won a race in 2025 or which have never won 4. We're going 6 furlongs for a claiming price of $5,000 down to $4,750. Pick 5 wager starts here. It is a field of 5 set to go to gate to kick off the pick 5. I've gone to the number 4, Hixie. Hixie last time chased the speed and came up empty. Hixie was chasing back to reality and came up empty last time out. But 2 starts ago got loose on the lead and was an easy winner for $4,000. I think he is the main speed in this race, so if he gets that trip like he got 2 starts ago, he will be tough to beat. You've got Cheyenne Kerr riding for Joe Humber. Number 5, People Are People, plunged in for $4,000 on September 23rd, coming back in 8 days. It was a pretty comfortable winner against 4,000 non-winners of 3. Now he comes back at the 5,000 non-winners of 4 level for Julie Mathis and Bruno Shigadans. Kirk Johnson going to ride People Are People. Solid horse. He loves the Fort Erie dirt and should be competitive at this level. The number 1, Dream On Baby, was a bit of a disappointing 4th last time out on September 15th. I was expecting this horse to do better since coming down to Fort Erie. Chris Husband's riding for owner-trainer Kevin Buttigieg. I figure this horse has to be capable of better than what we've been seeing in his last couple of starts. With the right trip, Dream On Baby could be good enough to win. Race 3 is a claiming race for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. No conditions. We're going 6 furlongs for a claiming price of $5,000 down to $4,750. Late pick 4 wager starts here. Got a field of 5 set to go. I've gone to the number 1, Foolish Games, another unanimous choice here. Tony Adamo and Icon Stables team up with Kirk Johnson picking up the mount. Foolish Games hasn't raced since August 31st at Woodbine, where she dueled on the lead and got a little bit tired in a starter optional 10. She's been a good claim for these connections, though. They claimed her for 10 in the spring, had a win for 12-5 here and a win for 10 at Woodbine, so they've made their money. She ran very well on the Fort Erie dirt in the long run aftercare stakes as well, finished 4th by a length and a half. They're plunging her in for $5,000, where she should be very tough to beat, looking for her 6th lifetime win and her 3rd win of the season. Number 3, Legs Like Flatter, been terrific here at Fort Erie, 3 wins and a 2nd in 4 starts. Last time out was a comfortable winner at the 4,000 non-winners of 4 non-since level. Jumps up to the 5,000 level. Just another one who simply loves the Fort Erie dirt, in great form, should be very confident. Melanie Pinto going to ride for trainer Sharon Chicato, as Juan Crawford will be at Woodbine today. Then for the show spot, number 5, Addybug. 2nd best behind the very nice Getting Ahead in an open 62.50 on September 9th. Drops in for 5. She's run very well in both of her starts since coming to Fort Erie by way of Nebraska. She won her last start in Nebraska for $5,000. Amanda Vandermeer and Steve Cathcart have had plenty of luck together this season. Addybug knows how to win. She's already won 3 this season south of the border and should be competitive here. Race 4 is a claiming race for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 3. We're going 6 furlongs for a claiming price of $6,250 down to $6,000 to kick off the final pick 3 on the card. Field of 6 set to go. A couple of Woodbine invaders coming down, but another unanimous choice here, the number 5, Fanny M for John Sims, Edgar Centeno riding. Fanny M was able to win her first start off the claim against 10,000 non-winners of 3 back in non-winners of 2 back in July, and she's had some good results since then. Last couple of races have been in some tough starters, though, and she's been a little outclassed. Now she gets to face non-winners of 3. I think the 6 furlong distance is good for her. She can show speed. I just think the class drop will be enough. The Sims barn, as always, has been fantastic this season at Fort Erie. I think Fanny M is the one to beat. Number 4, Brazilian Legacy. Was able to win her maiden and her non-2 allowance in back-to-back efforts, then dropped in for 5,000 non-winners of 3 last week and ran a very game second, beaten in neck by the speedy Running Argument. Claimed that day for 5,000 by Bermuda Blue Farms and Noel Williams. They bring her right back. Not many chances left to run this season, obviously, so they bring her right back for 6,250. She loves the Fort Erie dirt. She's in great form. If Fanny M doesn't fire, I think this is the next best runner. And the number 2, Sarah's Dancer, I think an interesting player coming down from Woodbine for trainer Devin Borland. Amanda Vandermeer will have the mount. Sarah's Dancer was a good claim for them last season, but this year she's kind of tailed off after showing some promise. The Amy's Holidays seem to really do well on the dirt here at Fort Erie, and she's getting class relief from the 75 non-winners of 3, non-one of the year level at Woodbine. Don't be surprised if Sarah's Dancer comes up with a good effort in her Fort Erie debut. Race 5 is an allowance race for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. We're going 6.5 furlongs to kick off the late double. Field of 5, going to go to gate here. I've gone to the number 3, Times a Breeze. Moved to the barn of trainer Roy Augustino for Hopefield Farm. This is a son of Not This Time. He does have a dirt foot on him. Had a nice gate work here at Fort Erie. 3 furlongs and 36 and 3 on September 28th. He was pulled up out of his last start at Woodbine in a 40,000 non-winners of 2. He's just getting big class relief here. He's had a couple of okay sprints at Woodbine in his younger days, so I won't be surprised if 6.5 is fine for him here at this level. He's got to hope that my math is correct, gets tired on the lead, but I think Times a Breeze could be live. 8-1 morning line, not bad. Obvious horse to beat here is the number 5. My math is correct, romped by 12 lengths in a maiden special weight on Prince of Wales Day. Obviously, the track was very inside speed favoring that day, and he was able to control the pace every step of the way, but he was racing well before that. Speed is so big on this track. We'll just see if he's fast enough to get loose again. This gray son of Frack Daddy goes for Julie Mathis with Pierre Mailhot in the saddle. Then the number 2, Drop Your Gloves for owner-trainer Kevin Buttigieg. Chris Husbands has the ride. Had some okay results at Woodbine earlier in the season, but hasn't been great in his last couple starts at the 25,000 non-winners of 2 level. Trains here at Fort Erie all the time, so we're going to see how he likes the dirt. This is his first time racing on dirt. Again, big class relief from those high-level condition claimers at Woodbine. Drop Your Gloves, definitely worth a shot. Last race of the day, race 6 is an allowance race for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2, going about 7 furlongs on the turf course. $12,400 in the Jackpot High 5 carryover. Field of 6 to close out the day here at Fort Erie. The number 3, Nantucket's Day, comes down from Woodbine for Patrick Dixon and Colebrook Farms. Chris Husbands in the saddle. Similar to what we talked about in the last race, this is just getting big class relief. This one's been racing in A other than optional 32s at Woodbine or in non-winners of 2 life allowance races up there. She's racing against very high quality mares at Woodbine, just getting major class relief. She loves the turf. Chris Husbands, leading rider, going for Patrick Dixon. I think Nantucket's Day, just the clear horse to beat here. Number 4, More Galalady, ran a good second at this level on September 30th behind the Lone Speed, Naughty and Nice. It was a very good effort. Showed that she likes the turf. She's still lightly raced and can show some speed. Melanie Pinto and Mickey Neubauer have had fantastic success together for owner-breeder Charles Fipke this season. Number 6, Silent Patsy, was 2 lengths behind More Galalady when running 3rd last time out. Had the inside post today. Now she's going to have to work out a trip from the 6-hole. Kirk Johnson riding for Valerie Thompson. Silent Patsy with the right trip, I think, is a factor. Ran a good 3rd at Woodbine for $15,000 2 starts ago. 15 minutes to today's first post. Best of luck with all of your wagers and enjoy your day here at Fort Erie Racetrack.
It's easy to make a bet on HPIBet.com. Follow these simple steps and you'll be betting in no time. First, go to the HPIBet.com website. Sign in to your HPIBet account. Find the track and race you want to bet on. Click on the Place Bet button. Click on the bet type you want to wager with. Click on the amount you want to wager. Click on the horse you want to wager on. Click on the green Place Bet button. Review your bet confirmation information. It's all done. Remember, all this can be done on most mobile devices. Now cheer on your pick to victory.
We kick things off here on the main track at 6.5 furlongs. It's an $8,000 claiming event for non-winners of 2 Life. I'll kick things off here with the horse on the rail, the number 1 Golden Test, who's one of 4 fresh faces here to Fort Erie. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They've yet to race here. And looking at Golden Test, this is a son of Golden Sense. So I don't think the dirt is going to be a problem. And the fact that he has shown a fair bit of early foot. We've seen those in the last several efforts up at Woodbine, and he hasn't been able to hold. Most of those races at 6.5, one of them at 6. But I just think with the way he's drawn, with his pedigree, and the fact that he has speed, wouldn't it be shocking to see him hold here on the dirt. So he is the top pick. Very short price, though. Knew he would take some respect in here. And the other horse that I think is going to take some of the play, we'll see if that changes, is the number 4 Red in Front. This one for Julie Mathis. Comes out of that second level allowance, but that was back at Mountaineer in May. Haven't seen this one in several months. You can see just 4 starts now in 2025, all earlier in the year, and was able to close from off of it at Mahoning Valley, which sometimes can be a deep track. I thought the wind 2 back was quite good, and very curious to see this one on a fast track. Look at the last several, just based on where he's been in the time of year, has had to race over and off track in 4 starts now. Good, and then the last 3 muddy surfaces. So we'll see what he does. A fresh face, though, I mentioned here to Fort Erie. Very intrigued by this one. And then the 5 Her to Ghost is the only horse that has raced here over the main track. Was able to finish second 2 starts back, narrowly defeated behind Video Evidence, who they used that effort as a confidence-boosting effort and tried him in one of the stakes races here on Prince of Wales Day. And then more recently, Her to Ghost, I felt like just didn't have that same effort. Fell pretty flat there in the stretch. I will say, though, that Ghost Busted was able to draw clear and has been very good in 2 dirt starts here at Fort Erie. So maybe he just really kind of found himself against really a menace in terms of the winner, and now drops in for the $8,000 tag. He's getting class relief, so he also has the edge, as I mentioned, having those starts here at Fort Erie. But very wide open race here to kick off that early pick 4. Good luck.
Field is making their way on track for today's first race. Race 1 is a claiming race for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Going for a claiming price of $8,000 down to $7,000, traveling a distance of 6 1/2 furlongs, competing for a purse of $23,100. Race 1 offers win, place, show, exactor, 20-cent try, double, 20-cent super, 20-cent pick 3, and 20-cent early pick 4 wagering. Race 1 post parade, number 1 is Golden Test. Chris Husband's riding for owner-trainer Kevin Whiteley. Number 2 is Clive Cross. Amanda Vandermeersch picks up the mount for trainer Krista Cole and owners Mark Very and Steve Doan. Number 3 is Awe Inspired, racing for TNT Racing Team and P413 Racing. Edgar Zenteno picks up the mount for trainer John Ross. Number 4 is Red in Front. Kirk Johnson riding for trainer Julie Mathis and owner Bruno Schickadans. Completing the field, number 5, Heard a Ghost. Melanie Pinto in the saddle for trainer Mike Blake and owners Ascot Stud, Michael Blake Sr., Amanda Enns, and Mark Stout. 1 minute to post for race 1, 20-cent early pick 4 starts here. Race 1 field is approaching the starting gate. Not much time left to get your early pick 4 wagers in. 7-5 favorite is the number 1, Golden Test. 5-2 on the number 5, Heard a Ghost. 3-1 on the number 4, Red in Front. Last call to get your race 1 wagers in. They are approaching the starting gate. Race 1 field heading behind the starting gate. It is now post time. Golden Test at 7-5, the first to load with Chris Husbands. Clive Cross and Amanda Vandermeersch. Awe-Inspired with Edgar Zenteno to gate 3. Red in Front with Kirk Johnson. Last in will be Heard a Ghost and Melanie Pinto. All set. And they're off. Golden Test was out best from the rail with Heard a Ghost deepest on the track. Red in Front third early with Awe-Inspired and Clive Cross at the back. It's an easy lead for Golden Test and Chris Husbands, up by 2.5 as they race towards the 5 furlong marker. Red in Front is racing next on the inside of Heard a Ghost. Clive Cross racing in fourth on the inside, and Awe-Inspired can see them all. The opening quarter was 22-3. It is Golden Test at 4-5, leading the charge with 3.5 furlongs to travel. Red in Front is watching from second. Heard a Ghost is 3 deep. Awe-Inspired and Clive Cross continue to race together at the back. Round the turn they go. It is Golden Test still leading the way with Red in Front tracking from second as the field begins to string out. The half was 45-3. Heard a Ghost is third on the outside. Awe-Inspired trying to rally past Clive Cross. They turn for home. It's Golden Test looking to go gate to wire. Red in Front is still in contention. Heard a Ghost down the extreme outside. Awe-Inspired going to try and rally up the rail with less than a furlong to go. It is Golden Test still uncontested. Awe-Inspired rallying into second, but he's not going to get to Golden Test. Golden Test holds on by 2 over Awe-Inspired, Red in Front, Heard a Ghost, and Clive Cross, 118-1. Unofficial in race 1, the winner is number 1, Golden Test. Second is the 3, Awe-Inspired. Third, number 4, Red in Front. And fourth, number 5, Heard a Ghost. Unofficial race 1 order, 1, 3, 4, 5. Now returning to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of today's first race, number 1, Golden Test. Golden Test is a 3-year-old chestnut gelding by Golden Sense out of Caroline Test, bred in Kentucky by Ed and Beverly Seltzer. A gate-to-wire victory under Chris Husbands, Golden Test is owned and trained by Kevin Whiteley. Golden Test makes his first start off the claim a winning one. That's his second lifetime win in 15 starts, completing the 6.5 furlongs today in a time of 1:18 and 1. Congratulations to the connections of Golden Test. Race 1 is now official. Prices are up. Golden Test pays $360 to win, $250 and $210. Second, number 3, Awe Inspired, $420 to place, $270. Third, number 4, Red in Front, $290 to show. $2 exacta, 1-3, $10.70. The $1 try, 1-3-4, $22.75. $1 super, 1-3-4-5, $52.50. The winner is claimed. Golden Test, claimed by Icon Racing Stables, moves to the barn of trainer Tony Adamo. We're having a non-winning ticket draw today at Fort Erie. Put your name and phone number on the back of your non-winning tickets and drop them in the basket at customer service to enter the prize draw. Today's prize draw features the 90th Prince of Wales coffee mug. Race 2 coming up in 18 minutes. There are no changes.
Race 2 up next, going to kick off our Pick 5 sequence on this Monday. It's at 6 furlongs here on the main track, $5,000 claimers, specifically for horses that have not won a race in 2025 or 4 races in their career. We'll kick things off here with the outside runner, the number 5, People Are People, who just picked up his 3rd career victory last time out. It came at the 6 furlong distance, and he just tracked in second. He had a target early on, made the move, ended up drawing clear, and while he's gone off favored in 3 of his last 4, he's been a horse that obviously can go to the lead, but can also sit the trip just off of it. So I do feel like the outside draw gives the rider options here with the number 5, People Are People. So that one's going to be the top pick. The number 2, MC Jackhammer. I find him a little intriguing. I realize he's 0 for 10 on the year, but I do feel like when you look at his last out effort, he tried to reel in the extremely quick Forest Flash and could not do so, but he posted a big number, a 67 Beyer speed figure, and you can kind of go through some of his races. He can fire a big race here and there, and I just wonder if he's coming a little bit more to life later in the season. I felt like last year he fired some good races late in the meet as well, so he's going to offer some value. I will use him underneath. And then finally, one of my favorite old-timers on the ground here, the 11-year-old Brady O'Brady. He's a 10-time winner from 80 starts in his career, and he did get a win earlier on this meet. Now, that did come over a sloppy main track, but most recently, he tried to roll from off of it. He's been 3rd best, and you can look at his body of work, just a very consistent type where he does need that pace to develop in front of him. He's going to have to hope that there is a speed duel early on, but if that does unfold, he will be rolling late. So the 5, People Are People, looks extremely tough, but I will look to the number 2, MC Jackhammer, and the 3, Brady O'Brady underneath. Good luck.
Field is making their way on track for today's second race. Race 2 is a claiming race for 3-year-olds and up, which have not won a race in 2025 or which have never won 4 races. We're going for a claiming price of $5,000 down to $4,750. Traveling a distance of 6 furlongs, competing for a purse of $17,550. Race 2 offers win, place, show, exactor, 20-cent try, double, 20-cent super, 20-cent pick 3, and 20-cent pick 5 wagering. Race 2 post parade number 1 is Dream On Baby. Chris Husbands rides for owner trainer Kevin Buttigieg. Number 2 is MC Jackhammer. Edgar Zenteno in the saddle for trainer Joe Humber and owner Church Street Stables. Number 3 is Brady O'Brady, racing for Radcliffe Racing Stable. Pierre Mailhot rides for trainer Ken Smith. Number 4 is Hixie. Cheyenne Kerr has the call for trainer Joe Humber and owner Hey Ho Stables. Completing the field, number 5, People Are People. Kirk Johnson riding for trainer Julie Mathis and owner Bruno Schickadance. 1 minute to post for race 2. Pick 5 wagering starts here. Race 2 field is heading into the chute before the starting gate takes position. Not much time left to get your race 2 wagers in. Heavy favorite at 1-2 is the number 5, People Are People. 9-2 support on the number 4, Hixie, and 5-1 on both number 1, Dream On Baby, and 2, MC Jackhammer. Pick 5 wager starts here in the second. Last call to get your wagers in. Race 2 field is behind the starting gate. It is now post time. People Are People, still the heavy favorite at 1-2. 7-2, second choice is the number 4, Hixie. First in will be Dream On Baby, looking to give Chris Husbands both ends of the early double. MC Jackhammer and Edgar Zenteno. The 11-year-old Brady O'Brady and Pierre Mailhot. Hixie with Cheyenne Kerr. Last in at 3-5 will be People Are People and Kirk Johnson. All set. And they're off. A pretty level beginning, Hixie out best, but People Are People also showing up from the outside with MC Jackhammer. Dream On Baby racing in fourth in close order from the inside. It's 3 lengths back to the trailer, Brady O'Brady. It is a speed duel up front, Hixie on the inside with People Are People the outer. Dream On Baby has raced into third on the inside of MC Jackhammer as they complete the opening quarter in 22-2. Still 4 lengths back to Brady O'Brady. 3 furlongs left to travel. People Are People and Hixie still head and head. MC Jackhammer tips out to the 3 path and is taking closer order. Dream On Baby needs somewhere to go. Brady O'Brady still at the back. Just over a quarter of a mile to go. People Are People is shaken clear of Hixie but has MC Jackhammer to deal with. Now Dream On Baby swings to the outside and Brady O'Brady is closing. 45-4 to the half. 3 across the track. Dream On Baby gathering ground with every stride. MC Jackhammer and People Are People still there, but Dream On Baby has swept to the front and is going away. Chris Husbands takes the early double as Dream On Baby kicks on to win by 4. A photo for place between Brady O'Brady and People Are People, then MC Jackhammer and Hixie, 1-11-1. Unofficial in race 2, the winner is number 1, Dream On Baby. Second is the 3, Brady O'Brady. Third, number 5, People Are People. And fourth, number 2, MC Jackhammer. Unofficial race 2 order, 1-3-5-2. Now back to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of today's second race, number 1, Dream On Baby. Dream On Baby is a 5-year-old bay gelding by Jess's Dream out of Red Bud Road, bred in Florida by Jack's Better Farm. Jockey Chris Husbands takes both ends of the early double. Dream On Baby is owned and trained by Kevin Buttigieg. First win of the season and 4th lifetime win for Dream On Baby, who rallies to complete the 6 furlongs today in a time of 1-11-1. Congratulations to the connections of Dream On Baby. Hold all tickets until race 2 is made official. Race 2 is now official. Prices are up. Dream On Baby pays $5.20 to win, $3.30 and $2.10. Second, number 3, Brady O'Brady, $6.30 to place, $2.50. Third, number 5, People Are People, $2.10 to show. $2 exacta, 1-3, 29.20. The $1 try, 135, 24.85. $1 super, 1352, 48.05. $2 double, a pair of ones, 13.50. We had a claim out of race 2, the number 5, People Are People, claimed by Icon Racing Stables, moves to the barn of trainer Tony Adamo. Become a member of HPIBet.com today. Get $100 when you bet $100, plus your first bet is on us. Treat your team to an exciting day at the races. It's only $12.39 per person. The track pack includes 1 food item, 1 drink, and a Fort Erie live racing program. For more information, go to our website. Race 3 changes, a rider change on the number 1, Foolish Games. Make the rider Kirk Johnson. 19 minutes to post.
Race 3 up next, going to kick off the late pick 4, a 6 furlong event here for the fillies and mares in for the $5,000 tag. And we're going to start here on the rail. Most logical top selection, I think, on the program. The number 1, Foolish Games for Icon Racing. Tony Adamo, the conditioner. Obviously, things didn't go quite to plan last time out. Failed as the favorite. Showed that early speed, but did surrender late to finish 5th, beaten by 3 lengths. I think kind of looking at the performances before then, though, there's a lot to respect about her. She has performed very well locally with a win and a second, and her only off-the-board finish here was in the long run aftercare back on Father's Day all the way in June, and she showed that speed, but the closers were closing. That included Traverse, who sat off of it and made a late run, as well as Mountain Sound. I just think if she breaks on top in here with the inside draw, she could steal this on the front end. But there are others, maybe they will try to go with her. I just don't frankly think that they are quick enough. So she ends up being the top pick. The 3 Legs Like a Flatter. She has done very little wrong since coming to the barn to Sharon Chicago. She's won 3 of her 4 starts. Her lone defeat since joining this barn was 2 back, where she was second behind Ash Carnelli. But I thought last time out she took a nice step forward, and while she was dropping, and she obviously moves back up in class today, I think that confidence boosting effort helps her, and maybe she just didn't like the 5.5 as well. Maybe the 6 suits her a little bit more. And I mentioned the name of the filly that had finished in front of her in that defeat. That's the number 2, Ash Carnelli, who another one that's had a very good body of work this year in 2025. She's won 2 of her starts. She's only missed the board once, which was on the grass. So looking at her dirt races, they really do stand out in here. And I will say, in comparison to the other 2, I do think she's going to be further off of it. She's going to need some pace help in here, and we'll try to roll late. But when you kind of look at the races so far today, at least in the second race on the card, we did see the winner in there, Dream On Baby. Her stablemate closed from off of it. So we'll see how it fares here at the 6 furlong distance. But the number 1, Foolish Games, big drop in class, and in my opinion, a little bit of a standout here on paper. Good luck.
Field is making their way on track for today's third race. Race 3 is a claiming race for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. Going for a claiming price of $5,000 down to $4,750, traveling a distance of 6 furlongs, competing for a purse of $17,550. Race 3 offers win, play, show, exactor, 20-cent try, double, 20-cent super, 20-cent pick 3, and 20-cent late pick 4 wagering. Race 3 post parade, number 1 is Foolish Games. Kirk Johnson picks up the mount for trainer Tony Adamo and owner Icon Racing Stables. Colebrook Farms own the number 2 Ash Carnelli. Chris Husband's in the saddle for trainer Kevin Buttigieg. Number 3 is Legs Like Flatter. Melanie Pinto riding for trainer Sharon Chicotto and owner Mike Newell. Sue Andrushko owns and trains the number 4 Lulu's Lullaby. The rider is Cheyenne Kerr. Completing the field, number 5, Addybug. Amanda Vandermeer's pilots for trainer Steve Cathcart and owner Andrew Stronach. 1 minute to post for race 3. Late pick 4 wagering starts here. Race 3 field making their way into the chute before the starting gate takes position. Last call to get your Race 3 wagers in. This race starts the late pick 4 wager. 1 to 5 favorite is the number 1, Foolish Games. 9 to 2, now 5 to 1 support on the number 2, Ash Carnelli. Last call to get your late pick 4 wagers in. Race 3 will be heading to post shortly. Race 3 field is behind the starting gate. It is now post time. First to load will be your 1 to 5 favorite, Foolish Games, with Kirk Johnson. Ash Carnelli with Chris Husbands looking for his third on the day. Legs Like Flatter with Melanie Pinto. Lulu's Lullaby and Cheyenne Kerr to gate 4. Last up will be Addie Bug and Amanda Vandermeersch. All set. And they're off. Foolish Games was out a step slowly, but recovered quickly and has gone straight to the lead for Kirk Johnson. She's up a length and a half to Ash Carnelli and Legs Like Flatter, who races a pair. It's another length back to Addie Bug, racing on the outside of Lulu's Lullaby. 4.5 furlongs left to travel. It is Foolish Games clear on the lead with Ash Carnelli and Legs Like Flatter stalking. Lulu's Lullaby saves ground from 4th, a half length better than Addie Bug. The opening quarter was 22-1. Foolish Games continues to be loose on the lead as they race towards the 3 furlong marker. Ash Carnelli is racing on the inside of Legs Like Flatter. Lulu's Lullaby looking for somewhere to go from 4th on the inside, and Addie Bug continues to trail. It is Foolish Games still on top as they reach the half in 45-3. Ash Carnelli comes off the rail to launch her bid with Legs Like Flatter 3 deep. Room up the inside for Lulu's Lullaby if good enough. Foolish Games still has the lead, but she's being challenged now by Ash Carnelli. It's Foolish Games trying to fight off Ash Carnelli. Lulu's Lullaby rallying. Foolish Games holding the lead. Ash Carnelli is trying. Foolish Games still on top. Foolish Games will deliver. It's Foolish Games and Kirk Johnson a length to Ash Carnelli, then Legs Like Flatter and Lulu's Lullaby. 1-12 flat. Unofficial in race 3, they finished in program order. First is number 1, Foolish Games. Second is the 2, Ash Carnelli. Third, number 3, Legs Like Flatter. And fourth, number 4, Lulu's Lullaby. Unofficial race 3 order, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now returning to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of today's third race, number 1, Foolish Games. Foolish Games is a 5-year-old chestnut mare by Reload out of Jungle Jewel, bred here in Ontario by Joey G. Thoroughbreds. Kirk Johnson picks up the winning ride. Foolish Games is trained by Tony Adamo for Icon Racing Stables. A gate-to-wire score for her third win of the campaign, her 6th lifetime win in 19 starts. Foolish Games completed the 6 furlongs today in a time of 1:12 flat. Congratulations to the connections of Foolish Games. Hold all tickets until race 3 is made official. Race 3 is now official. Prices are up. Foolish Games pays $4 to win, $2.50 and $2.10. Second, number 2, Ash Carnelli, $2.60 to place, $2.10. Third, number 3, Legs Like Flatter, $2.30 to show. $2 exacta, 1-2, $8.40. The $1 try, 1-2-3, $8.05. $1 super, 1-2-3-4, $47.40. $2 double, a pair of ones, $12.10. And the $1 pick 3, all ones, $9.60. The winner is claimed. Foolish Games, claimed by Bruno Schickadans, moves to the barn of trainer Julie Mathis. Fort Erie would like to wish a very happy birthday to Norma Potts. Happy birthday, Norma, from all of your friends and family here at Fort Erie Racetrack. And we'd also like to wish a very happy birthday to Debbie Taylor. Happy birthday, Debbie, from all of us here at Fort Erie Racetrack. Race 4 changes. A rider change on the number 2, Let's Be First. Make the rider Andre Martin. He'll be 2 pounds over at 122. 20 minutes to post.
Race 4 here on the man track at 6 furlongs. Non-winners of 3 lifetime here. Fillies and mares in for the $6,250 tag. We'll kick it off here with the number 5, Fanny M in the barn of John Sims. His last trip to the winner's circle was his 600th training victory. He'll look to make it 6:01 here with this daughter of Mendelssohn, who disappointed in her last couple, but when you look to her first few races here at Fort Erie this year, she showed the potential to shine. I think a lot has done with the levels. They've tried the turf. They've put her against the boys. It just hasn't been necessarily easy on her. She drops to her lowest level since coming here to Fort Erie. She has early speed. For those reasons, I do think she is the one to beat. Now, the 4, Brazilian Legacy, came up a little bit short last time out, tried to make it 3 in a row, was defeated by Running Argument by a neck. But you kind of look at this horse in the running style, has been able to win on the lead, has closed from off of it. Just really a handy horse in those 3 starts here. Now joins a new barn who's been doing well with their horses that they acquire off the claim, and gets Chris Husbands aboard, who already has 2 wins today on the Monday program. And finally, the number 3, Tattoos on My Soul. This one comes in from Woodbine for Debbie Rhombus, a horse that, you know, you look at the last 2, there isn't a ton that I necessarily love in those races, but I do think the main thing is this horse has shown some speed. We'll see how she is able to handle the dirt. It's new to her. She is by reload. The reloads are typically fine on the dirt, whether it's sprinting or routing. I don't necessarily have a preference, but I do think one to maybe watch here on the surface change. It does take a little bit of a drop in class once again. So interesting way here to kick off that final pick 3 wagering opportunity of the day. If you can look past Fanny M, it does look to be a pretty wide open race. Good luck.
Field is making their way on track for today's 4th race. Race 4 is a claiming race for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 3 races. Going for a claiming price of $6,250 down to $6,000, traveling a distance of 6 furlongs, competing for a purse of $21,150. Race 4 offers win, play, show, exactor, 20-cent try, double, 20-cent super, and 20-cent pick 3 wagering. Take note that there's a corrected overweight on the number 6, Let's Be First. Rider Andre Martin will be 3 pounds over at 123. Race 4 Post Parade number 1 is Fix Your Hair Up Pretty. Kirk Johnson riding for trainer George Newland and owner Anthony Powell. Number 2 is Sarah's Dancer. Amanda Vandermeersch has the call for trainer Devin Borland and owner Keenan Davis. Number 3 is Tattoos on My Soul. Cheyenne Kerr pilots for trainer Debbie Rhombus and owner DR Against the Wind. Number 4 is Brazilian Legacy. Chris Husbands riding for trainer Noel Williams and owner Bermuda Blue Farm. Number 5 is Fanny M. Edgar Zenteno in the saddle for trainer John Sims and owner Harvey Bussey. Completing the field, number 6, Let's Be First. Andre Martin picks up the mount for trainer Lauren Spada and owner Megan Finnessy. 2 minutes to post for race 4. Final pick 3 of the day starts here. Race 4 field making their way into the chute before the starting gate takes position. Last call to get your race 4 wagers in. Final chance to play a pick 3 on today's card. 2-1 favorite is the number 5, Fanny M, co-favored with the number 4, Brazilian Legacy. 5-2 support on the number 2, Sarah's Dancer. Last call to get your race 4 wagers in. Fillies and mares for race 4 are behind the starting gate. It is now post time. Brazilian Legacy and Fanny M still co-favored. First to load is Fix Your Hair Up Pretty with Kirk Johnson. Post 1, currently 3 for 3 on the card. Sarah's Dancer with Amanda Vandermeersch. Gate 3 for Tattoos on My Soul and Cheyenne Kerr. Brazilian Legacy with Chris Husbands. Fanny M with Edgar Zenteno. Last in will be Let's Be First and Andre Martin. All set. And they're off. Fanny M was out well with Tattoos on My Soul from the outside. Let's Be First being asked for some speed. Brazilian Legacy taking back the track this trio with Sarah's Dancer racing in 5th and Fix Your Hair Up Pretty at the back. 3 across the track as they race down the backside. A narrow advantage to Fanny M being hounded on the rail by Tattoos on My Soul. Let's Be First racing 3 deep. Sarah's Dancer and Brazilian Legacy race as a pair, and it's 4 more lengths to Fix Your Hair Up Pretty. 22 and 2 for the opening quarter, and now Fanny M lets out a notch and opens up a length. Tattoos on My Soul asked to keep up from the rail in second as Let's Be First begins to lose position. Sarah's Dancer is on the inside in 4th with Brazilian Legacy ridden along, and Fix Your Hair Up Pretty will have to come from last. The half was 46 seconds flat. Fanny M has the advantage at the head of the lane. Tattoos on My Soul tries to re-break. Up the inside, Fix Your Hair Up Pretty is trying to close. Widest is Sarah's Dancer. Brazilian Legacy rallying, but Fanny M has opened up 2 lengths. Tattoos on My Soul not done with yet. It is still Fanny M. Tattoos on My Soul is trying with Sarah's Dancer. Here comes Brazilian Legacy, but Fanny M holds on. Fanny M by a neck. It's a photo for place between Brazilian Legacy and Tattoos on My Soul, then Sarah's Dancer. 1, 12 and 2. Unofficial in race 4, the winner is number 5, Fanny M. It's a photo for place. Hold all tickets. In the place photo, it's the number 3, Tattoos on My Soul, over the number 4, Brazilian Legacy. 4th, number 2, Sarah's Dancer. Unofficial race 4 order, 5-3-4-2. Now returning to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of today's 4th race, number 5, Fanny M. Fanny M is a 3-year-old dark bay or brown filly by Mendelssohn out of Dance the Way You Are. Track West Racing bred the winner here in Ontario. Ridden to victory today by Edgar Zenteno, Fanny M is trained by John Sims for Harvey Bussey. 3rd win of the season and 3rd lifetime win for Fanny M, who drops in class today and proves best to complete the 6 furlongs in a time of 1, 12 and 2. Congratulations to the connections of Fanny M. Hold all tickets until race 4 is made official. Race 4 is now official. Prices are up. Fannie M pays $350 to win, $260 and $230. Second, number 3, Tattoos on My Soul, $920 to place, $510. Third, number 4, Brazilian Legacy, $310 to show. $2 exacta, 5-3, $25 even. The $1 try, 5-3-4, $44.55. $1 super, 5-3-4-2, $100, 85 cents. $2 double, 1-5, $660. $1 pick 3, $11.35, and the $1 early pick 4, $23.25. On screen now is the place photo from race 4. Be sure to stop by customer service and visit the arts and crafts booth to make your own trick-or-treat bag, enter the coloring contest, and get your face painted. Fort Erie Racetrack would like to recognize our most loyal customers, Pete and Sue, Ralph and Rico, Roy and Joanne, Jeff, Earl Carpenter Sr. and Jr., Bob, Derek and Diane. These dedicated race fans have been earning rewards from our loyalty club by attending the track this season. If you want to join the loyalty club and start earning rewards like these folks have, head over to customer service to get the details. Race 5 is coming up in 19 minutes. There are no changes.
Race 5, an allowance race here on the main track at 6.5 furlongs. This is for Colton Geldings in search of their second career victories. And kind of looking at this group, I actually think it's pretty wide open. I know the morning line points to the outside, but I think there are a couple of cases to be made in here. I will start with the 5 by Mathis Correct as the top pick. You look at his body of work to date, and I think there are excuses in the first two. Obviously, maybe needed the race day debut to figure it out. Then they tried the grass, and since then has run well. Second in 2 of those starts behind stablemate Video Evidence, who's a next out winner, and Justify Perfection. And more recently, they just let him get to the front, and he certainly opened up on the field. He was 12 lengths the best, stuck to task in there. It was at the 6 furlong distance. I just think, kind of off of that at least, he's done very little wrong. He has an edge over a couple in here because he's got that dirt experience. So the 5, my math is correct, ends up being the top pick. The number 2 in here, Drop Your Gloves. An interesting one here for Kevin Buttigieg. They have had this one up at Woodbine for the race, as you can see. And in terms of this year, to me, the best performance was on the grass 3 starts back when this one got a 69 Beyer speed figure, finishing 3rd, beaten by a neck, but was able to roll late in there and actually got some of the pace set up. And I don't necessarily think he's going to be forwardly placed in here. I don't think Chris Husbands will have him too far back, but just based on his resume and his kind of body of work, probably see him sitting mid-pack trying to make a late run. And if the pace unfolds and there's a speed duel in here, I think he will be rolling late. So we'll see what he can do. He is an offspring of Game Winner. And finally, the number 4 in here, Arami's Speightster, now in the barn of Danny Wills, gets blinkers on. He showed speed in those last several starts, those last 4 to be exact, all of those races this year. And last time out, failed and just didn't really get going. I mean, was able to show speed and just quit and ended up finishing second from last there in that $14,000 claiming event. Don't love that performance in particular, but I think when you go to the race 3 back or even 2 back where things didn't go his way, I mean, they went very quick. I think he had some excuses, so we'll see what he does transitioning to the main track as an offspring of Speightster. But some horses trying the dirt for the first time, fresh footing under their feet. Went with one of the local horses, the number 5, My Math is Correct, as the top pick. Good luck.
field is making their way on track for today's fifth race. Race 5 is an allowance race for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races, going a distance of 6½ furlongs, competing for a purse of $25,050. Race 5 offers win, play, show, exactor, 20-cent try, double, and 20-cent superfecta wagering. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have the winners of today's non-winning ticket prize draws. Could Charlotte Karen and Brian Moore please head to customer service? Once again, that's Charlotte Karen and Brian Moore. Congratulations, you have won today's non-winning ticket prize draw. Please head to customer service to collect your prizes. Race 5 post parade, number 1 is Jersey King. Edgar Zenteno riding for trainer Ken Albu and owner Six Brothers Stable. Kevin Buttigieg owns and trains the number 2, Drop Your Gloves. The rider is Chris Husbands. Number 3 is Times a Breeze racing for Hopefield Farm. Cheyenne Kerr riding for trainer Roy Augustino. Number 4 is Arami's Spitester. Amanda Vandermeer's pilots for trainer Danny Wills and owner Jeannie Ryan. Completing the field, number 5, My Mathis Correct. Pierre Mailhot in the saddle for trainer Julie Mathis and owner David Mathis. 2 minutes to post for race 5. Late double wagering starts here. Ladies and gentlemen, on track. If your kids are looking to be part of the costume contest, please head to customer service. Head to customer service now if you are looking to be judged as part of the costume contest. Race 5 field is approaching the starting gate. Last call to get your Race 5 wagers in. 2-1 favorite is the number 5. My math is correct. Field for race 5 is heading behind the starting gate. It is now post time. 2-1 favorite, still the number 5. My math is correct. 5-2 support on the 2. Drop your gloves, and the 3 times a breeze. First in will be Jersey King and Edgar Zenteno. Drop your gloves with Chris Husbands. Times a Breeze and Cheyenne Kerr to gate 3. Arami's Speitster with Amanda Vandermeersch. Last in will be the gray, My Math is Correct, with Pierre Mailhot. All set. And they're off. Jersey King was out well from the inside with Drop Your Gloves, and from the outside, My Math is Correct sent to the lead. Arami's Speitster is also in the early tussle. Dropping back to trail the field early is Times a Breeze. It is My Math is Correct, not getting the lead as easily this time. He's a half length better than Jersey King. Arami's Speitster stalks from the outside in third with Drop Your Gloves falling back and Times a Breeze at the back. The opening quarter was 22-1, and now My Math is Correct has taken control. Arami's Speitster is into second past Jersey King with Drop Your Gloves, and Times a Breeze continues to trail. Only about 5 lengths front to back, less than 3 furlongs to travel, and My Math is Correct has not been given a breather. He's now being challenged by Arami's Speitster, who puts the head in front. The half was 45-1. Jersey King is third, and now Times a Breeze tries to get going from last past Drop Your Gloves. At the head of the lane, the lead now belongs to Arami's Speitster. Times a Breeze swings to the outside. He's made up a lot of ground. Jersey King is still in contention as My Math is Correct tires. Arami's Speitster has gotten clear. Times a Breeze is the threat down the far outside. It's Arami's Speitster. Times a Breeze coming. Times a Breeze, one last push. Times a Breeze getting up. Times a Breeze last to first under Cheyenne Kerr. It's Times a Breeze over Arami's Speitster, then Jersey King and Drop Your Gloves. 118-2. Unofficial in race 5, the winner is number 3, Times a Breeze. Second is the 4, Arami's Speitster. Third, number 1, Jersey King. And fourth, number 2, Drop Your Gloves. Unofficial race 5 order, 3-4-1-2. Now returning to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of today's fifth race, number 3, Time's a Breeze. Time's a Breeze is a 6-year-old bay gelding by Not This Time out of Sheer Enchantment, a homebred here in Ontario for Hopefield Farms. A last to first victory under Cheyenne Kerr, Time's a Breeze is trained by Roy Augustino. Second lifetime win in 10 starts for Time's a Breeze, who gets up by a head to complete the 6.5 furlongs today in a time of 1:18.2. Congratulations to the connections of Time's a Breeze. Race 5 is official. Prices are up. Time's a Breeze pays $570 to win, $360 and $350. Second, number 4, Arami Speightster, $620 to place, $870. Third, number 1, Jersey King, $10.50 to show. $2 exacta, 3-4, $52.30. The $1 try, 3-4-1, $230, 20 cents. $1 super, 3-4-1-2, $253, 5 cents. $2 double, 5-3, $13.90. And the $1 pick 3, $12.50. On screen now is the win photo from race 5. Race 6 is the Anne Marie Johnston Memorial Race. Race 6 is coming up in 21 minutes. There are no changes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a late rider change here in the 6th race. The number 2, Dancing in Rio, will now be ridden by Cheyenne Kerr. Put Cheyenne Kerr on the number 2, Dancing in Rio, here in race 6.
We round out the Monday program here on the turf course at about 7 furlongs. It's for the fillies and mares, an allowance event for non-winners to life. And it was announced just a few minutes ago there is a rider change here. Pierre Malhot off the number 2, Dancing in Rio. Cheyenne Kerr picks up the mount. We will kick things off, though, with the filly directly to that one's outside. The number 3, Nantucket's Day, who from a pedigree perspective is a half to Cabo Spirit, a multiple graded stakes winner. Kind of looking at her career so far, it obviously hasn't been the best of years. Last year she was hitting the board half the time. This year she's yet to hit the board in 6 starts. So she comes down here to Fort Erie for some class relief, change of scenery, as well as a cutback in distance, and just kind of looking at how this turf course has played in the last few weeks. I know she doesn't have a ton of early foot. I think she'll be fine. I think she'll be able to roll here even on the cutback in distance, and does get Chris Husbands aboard, who's had a very good day so far. The number 4, More Galalady, here to her outside. She has been an interesting one because she finally got on the turf last time out, and while she didn't win and wasn't able to beat Naughty and Nice, I thought she ran really well. She was able to equal her career best by her speed figure off of 57, and she got a trip where she, to me at least, seemed comfortable rating, where when we saw her score here 3 starts back, she took them gate to wire. I liked seeing something different from her where she was able to sit. I tried that 2 starts back on the dirt. It didn't work. So on the turf, it seems like she can still be somewhat forward, maybe save some ground and make a late run. And finally, the number 5 in here for Paula Loescher. This is a filly who, her first 2 turf races, they were good. She debuted at the $6,000 maiden claiming ranks for these connections, going 5/8. She was rolling from off of it. And then she showed that she did need the 2 turns in that next outing when she was able to graduate against maiden special weight competition. Her last 2, she's been in tough. She does exit that same race, though, as More Galalady and Silent Patsy. And I guess the concern is, you know, she was so well defeated then. Do you give her a pass? I'm going to give her a pass just based on that effort 3 back. I think she can show more. She will need a little bit of a boost in terms of figures, but 2 starts back, definitely draw a line through it. Just way tougher competition. And then last time out, I don't know exactly what happened. She just never seemed like she wanted to be involved, so maybe it wasn't her day. Maybe she can shine a little bit more in this spot. But I will take the Invader, the number 3, Nantucket's Day, as the top pick. Good luck.
Field is making their way on track for today's 6th and final race. Race 6 is an allowance race for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. We're going about 7 furlongs over the turf course, competing for a purse of $25,050. Race 6 offers win, play, show, exactor, 20-cent try, 20-cent super, and 20-cent jackpot high 5 wagering. The carryover, $12,408. Race 6 post parade, number 1 is Brilliant Disguise. Edgar Zenteno riding for trainer Joe Humber and owners Glenn Sakura, Mario Serrani, and Dylan Sakura. Number 2 is Dancing in Rio. Cheyenne Kerr picks up the mount for trainer Paula Loescher and owner Sergio Magrin. Number 3 is Nantucket's Day, racing for Colebrook Farms. Chris Husbands rides for trainer Patrick Dixon. Charles Fipke owns the number 4, More Gala Lady. Melanie Pinto in the saddle for trainer Mickey Neubauer. Number 5 is Hybride and Miss. Amanda Vandermeersch rides for trainer Paula Loescher and owner Sergio Magrin. Completing the field, number 6, Silent Patsy. Kirk Johnson riding for trainer Valerie Thompson and owner Scott Simmons. 2 minutes to post for race 6. Jackpot high five wagering offered here. Race 6 field has made their way onto the turf course. Last call to get your wagers in. 4 to 5 favorite is the number 3, Nantucket's Day. 2 to 1 support on the number 4, More Gala Lady. They're approaching the starting gate. Last call to get your race 6 wagers in. Race 6 field is behind the starting gate. It is now post time. Field of 6 to go a circuit of the Fort Erie Turf Course to close out Track-O-Lantern Day. First up is Brilliant Disguise with Edgar Zenteno. Dancing in Rio, looking to give Cheyenne Kerr both ends of the late double. Nantucket's Day and Chris Husbands. More Galalady and Melanie Pinto. Hebridean Miss and Amanda Vandermeersch. Last in will be Silent Patsy and Kirk Johnson. All set for the nightcap. And they're off. Bit of crowding in the center of the gate. Hebridean Miss had to take up early. Brilliant Disguise was out well, being joined quickly by More Galalady. Nantucket's Day splitting them. Silent Patsy is racing in fourth on the outside with Dancing in Rio and trailing Hebridean Miss. They're pretty tightly bunched as they race around the clubhouse turn. It's a duel up front between More Galalady putting the head in front of Brilliant Disguise and now getting a half-length clear. Nantucket's Day is under a hold from the inside with Silent Patsy into third. Then it's 2 lengths back to the trailing duo of Hebridean Miss and Dancing in Rio. More Galalady now leads a length. They went the opening quarter in a very moderate 26 seconds flat. Silent Patsy is moved into second on the far outside. Brilliant Disguise back into a pocket from third with Nantucket's Day. On the outside, Hebridean Miss is racing in fifth with Dancing in Rio trailing. They race into the far turn. Now Silent Patsy puts the pressure on More Galalady as they race to half in 50 and 2. Nantucket's Day is alone in third, 5 lengths off these dueling leaders. Here comes Dancing in Rio trying to get going from last past Hebridean Miss, and Brilliant Disguise has fallen to last. They turn for home. It is Silent Patsy and More Galalady head and head at the head of the lane. Nantucket's Day is trying to rally, still has 6 lengths to make up on these leaders. Now Silent Patsy is trying to get past More Galalady, but More Galalady responds. Nantucket's Day is coming, but it might be too late. Silent Patsy, More Galalady. Here comes Nantucket's Day down to the wire. Silent Patsy will prove best. Silent Patsy over More Galalady, a late close from Nantucket's Day. Then Dancing in Rio and Hebridean Miss, 128 and 3. Unofficial in race 6, the winner is number 6, Silent Patsy. Second is the 4, More Galalady. Third, number 3, Nantucket's Day. Fourth, number 2, Dancing in Rio. Fifth was the 5, Hebridean Miss. Your unofficial jackpot high five numbers are 64325. Now returning to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of today's sixth and final race, number 6, Silent Patsy. Silent Patsy is a 4-year-old dark bear brown filly by silent name out of El Pradiva, bred here in Ontario by Hidden Springs. A riding double on the card for Kirk Johnson, Silent Patsy is trained by Valerie Thompson for Scott Simmons. Second lifetime win in 19 starts for Silent Patsy, who holds on to complete the about 7 furlongs today in a time of 1:28.3. Congratulations to the connections of Silent Patsy. Race 6 is now official. It's official. Silent Patsy pays $37.50 to win, $11.10 and $2.20. Second, number 4, More Gala Lady, $5.60 to place, $2.10. Third, number 3, Nantucket's Day, $2.10 to show. $2 exacta, 6-4, $124.20. The $1 try, 643, 7305. $1 super, 6432, $357.95. The $1 high five, 64325, $321.60. Carryover for tomorrow's card in the high five will be $13,386.44. $2 double, 3672.20. $1 pick 3, $137.55. $1 late pick 4, $258.90. And the $1 pick 5, $1,074.05. Jackpot high five carryover for tomorrow will be up to $13,386. Visit our website, FortErieRacing.com, for information about everything going on here at the track. Tune into the pre-race show for info about the track conditions, scratches and changes, handicapping analysis, and info about upcoming races and events. Racing is back tomorrow at Fort Erie. Post time will be 12:15. Fort Erie is proud to partner with Oneida New Holland of Niagara. We'd like to thank them for providing us with a new tractor for maintenance this season. And we'd like to say thank you to our new partners at True Green Professional Lawn Care, who have been helping us keep the grass looking green and lush. And a shout out to our new partners at Downtown Dental Center, where lead dentist and owner Dr. Amika George says your smile deserves the best care. And a shout out to our new partners at All-in-One Legal Concierge. If you have legal hurdles, you can bet on All-in-One. Tune into the Fort Erie Race Replay Show on Your TV Niagara, Channel 700, Thursdays at 10:30 and Saturdays at 10. And that concludes the racing week here from Fort Erie Racetrack. We'd like to thank everybody who joined us here today for Track-a-Lantern Day, a successful day of action here on track. We'll be back tomorrow at 12:15. Enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving Monday.